Hi, let's discuss bottom-up parser. Constructing a parse tree starting from the leaf and going up to the root is called as bottom-up parsing, or you can say starting from the string and going up to the start symbol is called as a bottom-up parsing. Let's see one example. A grammar is given A derive E plus T or T derive T multiplication F or F derive start bracket E and bracket or ID, and one string that is ID multiplication ID. Now I will create the parse tree for this string. The string is given ID multiplication ID. Now this ID can be generated from F, so from ID will go to F. Then this F can be generated from T, from F will go to T. From this ID will go to F. Now T multiplication F that can be generated from T. So T multiplication F that will generate from T. Then this T can be generated from E. Now just say from leaf we start and we reach up to the root, or you can say from string we start and we reach up to the start symbol. So this process is called as a bottom-up parser. Constructing a parse tree for an input string beginning at the leaf and going toward the root is called as bottom-up parsing. Here we start from the leaf and we reach to the root. A general type of bottom parsing is shift reduce parsing. The class of grammar for which shift reduce parser can build is LR grammar. I will explain what is LR grammar. And bottom-up parsers simulate reverse of rightmost derivation. What is meaning of this reverse of rightmost derivation? Let me explain through an example. Now I will try to generate this ID multiplication ID in left derivation plus in right derivation, and I will do the bottom up. Now I'm just doing the left derivation. From E you can derive T, then from T you can derive T multiplication F, then from this T you can derive F multiplication F, then from this F you can derive ID multiplication F, then from this F you can derive ID multiplication ID. So this is a leftmost derivation. Let me do rightmost derivation. If we are expanding the rightmost variable, then that is a rightmost derivation. If we are expanding leftmost variable, then that is a leftmost derivation. Here I expanded this t. I expanded the leftmost variable. From E will derive t. Then from t will derive t multiplication f. Then from this f will derive I. We are expanding the rightmost variable, so this is a rightmost derivation. Then from this t will derive f multiplication id. Then from this f will derive id multiplication id. Now I will do the bottom of parsing. Id multiplication id. Then this id I will derive from f multiplication id. Then this f I will derive from t multiplication id. Then this id I will derive from f, so t multiplication f. Then this t multiplication f that I will derive from t. Then this t I will derive from e. Now just say for this same string I did the leftmost derivation, rightmost derivation, and I did the bottom of derivation. Now just try to match. Here id multiplication id, this is same as this and this. Next f multiplication id, here id multiplication f, this is not same. Here f multiplication id, this is same. Then t multiplication id, this is same. Then t multiplication f, this is same. Then t and e, this is a rightmost derivation. If we are doing rightmost derivation in reverse way, means we are starting from the bottom and we are going to top, then that is a bottom up parsing. So you can say bottom up parsing simulate reverse of rightmost derivation. You can say this statement is same as this statement is same as this is same as this, and this t multiplication f, this is same as this, t same as this. So this is a reverse way. I think you guys are clear what is reverse of rightmost derivation. If you are doing a rightmost derivation and we are reversing it, that is same as the bottom up parsing. And bottom up parsing is more powerful than top down parsing. I will explain how bottom up parsing is more powerful in top down parsing. Average time complexity is order of NQ. For top down also time complexity is order of NQ, and here also order of NQ, and N is the number of token. And bottom up parsing can take unambiguous grammar for LR parsing. General type of bottom parsing is shift reduce parsing, and shift reduce parsing can take ambiguous grammar, but LR parsing that will take unambiguous grammar. Like top down parsing. Top down parsing that is of two types. One is with backtracking, another is without backtracking. With backtracking was brute force technique or recursive descent parser. There we can use ambiguous grammar or left recursive grammar or common prefix grammar. But in case of LL1, we cannot use ambiguous grammar or left recursive or any common prefix grammar. So like way for LR parsing, grammar should be unambiguous. For shift reduce parsing, grammar can be ambiguous. Shift reduce parser, that is a general type of bottom-up parser. Next, reduction. The bottom-up parsing process is called as reduction. From a string, if you are going some variable, that is a reduction. So it is a process of reducing a string W to the start symbol of the grammar. That process is called as a reduction. Like from right side, we are going to left side. From some terminal, we are going to some variable. So that is a reduction process. At each reduction step, a specific soft string matches the body of the production that is replaced by the non-terminal at the head of the production. Like at every step, some right side will match. Then that right side will be replaced by the LHS. So that is a reduction step. Now for this example, what will be reduction step? ID, multiplication ID, then F multiplication ID, then T multiplication ID, then T multiplication F, then T, then E. So these are the sequence of reduction step for ID multiplication ID. Now just check ID multiplication ID. So this ID reduced to F. From the RHS we reduced to LHS non-terminal. Then this F reduced to T. Here F that reduced to T. Then this ID reduced to F. Then T multiplication F. Here T multiplication F that reduced to T. Then this T reduced to E. You can say a reduction is a reverse step of derivation. A derivation will start from the start symbol and will reach up to the string. But in a reduction, we start from the string and will reach up to the start symbol. So reduction is a reverse step of derivation. For handle pruning, we should understand what is handle. You can say handle is the RHS that matches our string. First, you should understand what is handle. Handle is the part of RHS, or you can say it is a substring of RHS that matches the grammar. Handle of a string is a substring that matches the right side of the production and will reduce that right side to the non-terminal of left side production, that is called as a handle. I will explain with example. Then what is handle pruning? The process of finding and reducing the handle is called as handle pruning. Let's see one grammar. E derive E plus T or T. T derive T multiplication F or F. F derive start bracket E and bracket and ID. I will explain bottom-up parsing in sentential form, and at every step I will explain what is the handle and what is reducing production. Now string is ID1 multiplication ID2. Now just check, is this present at right side? ID1 multiplication ID2. No, that whole is not present, but just ID1 is present. Here ID is present. So what is handle? It is a substring of string that matches the RHS. Now here this ID1 matches the RHS. Now we will reduce the non-terminal of its LHS. So here handle is ID1 and reducing production is F derive ID. Now just check, is it present at RHS like F multiplication ID? No, just F is present. Here just F is present. Reducing production you can use T derive F. And what is handle? This F is a handle that is present at RHS. Now we'll reduce F to T. Now just check this T multiplication ID2, is it present at RHS? No, T multiplication ID2 that is not present at RHS. Just T is present and T multiplication F is present. To get this form, this ID2 should be reduced to F. Now handle will be this ID2 and we'll use the production F derive ID. We'll reduce this production. So in place of ID2, we'll write F. Now I got T multiplication F. Just check in RHS whether it is present or not. Yes, this is present. T multiplication F is present. So handle is T multiplication F and we can reduce to production T. So T derive T multiplication F. Now here it will be T. Now just check in RHS T is present. Yes, T is present here. So T is a handle and T can reduce to E. We'll just use the reducing production, E derive T. Now we'll get E. I think you guys understood handle. Handle is the RHS part that matches with the string. Like your ID1 matches, then F matches, then this ID2 matches, then T multiplication F matches. So that matches with the string is called as handle, and that will reduce to LHS non-terminal. So handle of a string is a substring that matches the right side of the production and whose reduction to the non-terminal of the left side of the production is possible. You can say it is a substring. Like here, this ID1 multiplication ID2, this whole is one string. Now just this ID1 matches, means it is a substring that matches the RHS of the grammar. Here F multiplication ID2, this F matches. So this F is a substring that present in RHS of the grammar. Next, block diagram of bottom-up parser. We already discussed block diagram of top-down parser. It is same as top-down parser, just the parsing table will be different. There will be three components. One is input buffer, then parsing stack, then parsing table. Block diagram of bottom-up parser is same as block diagram of top-down parser. There will be a stack, there will be a parsing table, and there will be an input buffer that will contain the input string, and it is end with the dollar. The stack start with the dollar symbol. Bottom-up parser can uses the parsing table, and it can check whether a input string can be parsed by bottom-up parser using this parsing stack. For every bottom-up parser, parsing table will be different, but stack and input buffer that will be same. In next lecture, I will discuss shift reduce parsing. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.